Good morning, all. It's 4:14 a.m. It's kind of like said, a lot of confusion. Actually, I think I was confused more than anything. But anyway, we're here. Welcome to Brian's podcast. We are live currently in San Antonio, Texas. I hope you all have enjoyed your weekend, and those schools are on spring break. Be safe and have fun. It is the 12th day of March, 2018. We are here, and we're going to touch base back on our sex trafficking subject. We were on guns and gun control and stuff like that. Well, they did pass stronger gun rules in Florida at the start. Now we gotta get them to do something further in other states. First, we gotta get other states talking. Once that happens, I think we can. I think there could be a following of that, and I think that'd be good. I hope that this podcast will start a conversation about the two major things in the news today that are currently taking place. It's important that we do it. I got a couple of things I'm going to play for you. They're both about 20 minutes long, about 40 minutes in length. Um, it's about human trafficking. Human trafficking in your own backyard. That's almost, I don't know which is worse, that or having a burglar in your house. Both don't sound very inviting. Look, I don't know about anybody else, but I would know a victim of sex trafficking or somebody that's in it, even if I saw it. So I'd like to know more about it. I'd like to know what I'm looking at. Who do we call if this happens, or we witness it, or have us maybe even a suspicion of it? Who knows? I mean, I don't even know for sure. They have organizations out there, I'm sure, but there's so many people out there in that in that environment in that way that it's hard to say. I mean, we got to get them out of there though somehow. I guess how? Good question. Another thing we have to cover. But first, we need more facts. What are we looking at? Would we do? Would we know if we seen it? Would we understand? I mean, it just we need facts. We need more information. All right now we got is what information people know for sure. There's got to be a way to stop this and these perverts that do it. I hope you all agree with me because it's true. We go from last year from having the most mass shootings to this year having sex trafficking going on every time you turn on your local news. I know we can't solve it all, but we can help. We need to start a conversation. It's vital that we have a conversation. It's vital we have a plan. Without that, the chances of one of your loved ones being gone or taken or whatever they want to call it, there's a chance of that. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see it happen. I can't imagine what they're going through, these families. If there's anybody out there that has any ideas or information on sex trafficking or a way to help people or help victims, it's time for you to step forward. I step forward because I'm hoping to bring something positive at the end of the day. If I do one thing or I get one community talking or one family member having a conversation about it, just like those high school students in Florida, they got the stronger gun rules now because they made their voice heard. I implore, I encourage, and I ask you very nicely to get with me, call the show, send an email. It's painless. It can be done. And we can do it. When one or more are in agreement, it shall happen. We all agree that sex trafficking has got to stop. Well, I say it's time too. So you guys have my agreement, and a lot of people say it. A lot of organizations say it, even online. Of course, there's thousands and thousands of stories of different people with sex trafficking. That's really a hard thing to read too at times. I just know that we can start a conversation, brainstorm, get some ideas, learn the signs, try and figure out what's going on with these people. Because I sure as hell don't understand it. I mean, they always say when you're going to do something, a podcast like this, to be passionate about what you're talking about. I couldn't be more passionate about people being held against their will, being forced into what they're calling the modern day slavery. I would have used that. Works for me. But the name, wow, that's not a name we want to live up to, is it? Maybe for some, not for us though. That's not how that should work. You know, kids, adults, males, females, they're all subject to this. They all can fall victim. I could fall victim of it. I pray that nobody else, no, none of us fall victim to it, but it can happen. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. You gotta keep an eye out. You gotta report and talk and do things. So whoever's lurking, watching, maybe even stalking or following you, I don't know how it's done. That's another thing. I don't know how it starts even. I don't know what to do. Do they stalk them first? Follow them around? What? I don't know how it starts really. I just know that it's just a tragedy, really, and sad that some people out there have to resort to taking people and holding them against their will so they'll have somebody in their life, I guess. Child or not, makes no difference. Which is kind of creepy in some ways. Kind of like having your clothes stolen. Anybody ever have their clothes get stolen? I do. I have. I've had my identity stolen too. Neither is any fun. Well, we gotta stop this. Human trafficking in our backyard's gotta quit. And we need to stand up and say we've had enough, Congress. We've had enough, President Trump. We need to figure this out now. It's time. It's going to be a hard road, but we can do it. We can do anything if we put our minds to it and we come together and brainstorm and get ideas and figure out and learn what we're looking at and how to tell the difference. That's our main thing. Facts. You need down home facts, period, in order to act on it. I'm not going to stop searching until I find something that encourages someone to start a conversation, even if it's just here with me and Diane and a good friend of mine I haven't talked to in a long time, Kim, in California. They'll be joining us here in a minute, but you are listening to Brian's podcast on the 12th day of March 2018. It is Monday morning. I hope y'all had a safe weekend. If you're continuing on break with spring break, be safe. And remember, people, don't be dumb. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and go out boating or water skiing. It's still dangerous. It's just like eating and swimming. They say it gives you and causes problems. So be sure, be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. And whatever you're doing, if you're drinking, make sure you're 21. If there's adults out there that supply booze to minors, it is against the law according to TABC. So just remember that. But let's get into this. I got a thing I'm going to play for you, but first, I'd like for you to do me a favor. If there's anybody out there listening, I have got a good friend. I haven't talked to in a while. We used to go to high school. Actually, both people are going to be on the night I went to high school with. We've known each other for a lot of years. We're almost like a family. Close enough, anyway. And family is very important, and especially now. And having family, when one comes missing or dies or something like that, it's very hard to you try to figure out how you're going to move on. Naturally, you do move on. You do get by it. They say time heals, but you just don't forget. You just don't. And I don't think you will. But I'm not going to do that anymore. If I can get Diane or Kim or somebody to give a yell, maybe we can get a conversation going. Me and Diane talk about it all the time. Kim's kind of new to the podcast idea, but maybe she has some insight on this. Who knows? I would hope so. This is an open forum podcast. You're welcome to call at any time. You're welcome to drop me an email at any time at bdhammond45@gmail.com also. Either way, if I don't get back to you right away, don't worry, I will. You want to be on the air? You want to talk? You want to make your point? Feel free. 210-237-7055. If for some reason you don't get through right away, please try the call again. Your opinion, your ideas are very important and always will be welcomed, either via phone call or text or by email. Or you just chat live right here. We're at www.speakerstudio.com /Brian Hammond's podcast. So that's how you do that. If you miss it for some reason, catch it on demand on Facebook, iTunes, Apple Music, and the Alexa device from Amazon.com. Let's find out how we can stop sex trafficking in our own backyard. What do you say, people? I'm in it. I'm willing. I can be part of a team. I get 2 other people that are willing, maybe 3 or 4 other people that are willing to join and say they will help try to figure out a way out of this mess. First thing we got to do is figure out a way and what we're looking at. We got to start with facts. That's the only way we can do this. And it's the only answer can come through. So we're going to do this. I guess Kim and Diane fell off the earth. I suppose it's late. I know. But I kind of had one of my nights where I slept 10 minutes and woke up, it seemed like. But anyway, we can still do this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have to wing it, like always. But sit back, relax. Don't worry. You can always catch this show on demand, too, or download it or pre-recorded it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You're listening to Brian Hammond's podcast.
Most victims of sex trafficking are physically free, but not psychologically free. On one hand, boy is not chained to a bed. In theory, he can walk away from the situation at any time. However, if he does that, his family will not be able to afford to eat. His younger siblings will have to work, maybe in the sex industry. And because of the financial obligation, he'll likely bring immense shame to himself and his family. Is that really a choice that he can make? He has no choice. I'm fortunate to have been family and raised in a nice suburb outside of Boulder. I have a great deal